Today we shall talk about the nervous system and further taking our discussion of the nervous system. Now today we shall talk about the different parts of nervous system, and we are extending the topic on the page number 8, 9 and 10 of the central nervous system. And today we shall talk about the brain. Now the human nervous system, you see, it consists of three main divisions. That's the nervous system is divided into three main divisions: the central nervous system, the peripheral nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. Now the first one, the central nervous system, it's also called the CNS, and it includes the brain and the spinal cord. Now talking about the brain, it is the vital part and enclosed and protected in the skull. So the brain is a soft structure and the most important structure in the nervous system, which is enclosed and protected in a bony structure that is called the skull. Now we shall study about brain in detail. So students, we shall discuss here about the brain, which is, we told, the central part of the nervous system, and it controls and coordinates. So it's the most important organ of the nervous system. So we are going to study the structure of the brain. Now the main part of the brain is called the cerebrum. Now cerebrum is the main part of the brain. It is the largest part of the brain, and it is divided into left and right halves called the cerebral hemisphere. The folded structure which you can see is called the cerebrum, and it's the largest part of the brain. Now it allows the two sides. Now this cerebrum, it's divided into two halves, the right and the left halves, and they are called the cerebral hemisphere. So now it allows the two hemispheres to communicate with each other. Now the outer surface is convoluted with, it appears in the form of folds. It is responsible, now the cerebrum, it controls major activities, and it is responsible for the mental activities like memory, thinking and intelligence, the cerebrum. And it perceives sensations of pain, touch, smell, taste, hearing and light. So the cerebrum is responsible for coordinating and controlling all the mental activities like memory, intelligence, reasoning, thinking power, etc. and all the sensations like pain, touch, smell, hearing and light. So they are the functions of cerebrum. Now the second part is the cerebellum, and it is just below the cerebrum, and it is egg shaped in structure. Now lower side you can see, so it is egg shaped. What is the shape of egg? It is oval. So the cerebrum is smaller than the cerebrum, and it is egg shaped, and it's present at the base of the cerebrum. Base means downwards. It's present at the base of the cerebrum, and it's responsible for the muscular coordination. Cerebellum, what's the function? It's responsible for muscular coordination and balance of the body. How the different parts function, how they balance, how they coordinate. So this activity is controlled by the cerebellum. Now below the cerebellum we see the lower part is called the medulla oblongata. Now this is triangular in shape. It is somewhat, it's coming like a tree branch. It's triangular in shape, and it is extended in a long. It extends, and it is a link between the brain and the spinal cord. Now this medulla oblongata, it connects the brain to the spinal cord, and spinal cord is in the body part. So this is spinal cord is covered within the vertebral column. So this medulla oblongata is triangular in shape, and it is located at the base of the skull, down towards the lower region, and it's responsible. Now this medulla oblongata, what's the function? It controls and it is responsible for all the involuntary activities of the body. Like, what are the involuntary activities? Which are not those activities which are not under our control, like heartbeat, digestion, respiration, breathing, coughing. So these all activities are involuntary activities, and they are all controlled by the medulla oblongata. And medulla oblongata is a connection, it forms an interlink between the brain and the spinal cord. So did you understand? There are the three major parts of the brain. Let us revise. The major part is the cerebrum. It is divided into two halves, the left and the right halves, and these are convoluted in the convoluted forms, that is, they are in the form of folds. So the left and the right, they intercommunicate with each other, and the outer surface is this outer surface is highly convoluted, that is, it is into folds and grooves. Now it is responsible, now what is the function of cerebrum? It is responsible for thinking, intelligence and all the mental activities. It perceives sensations of the pain, touch, smell, taste and hearing. Now this is the function of the cerebrum. Now second is cerebellum, which is oval in shape and it's just below the cerebrum. It coordinates all the muscular activities and balance of the body. So this is the function of cerebellum. Now the medulla oblongata. Now this connects the brain to the spinal cord. It is triangular. It's a branch structure where it extends down to the spinal cord. So it is the link between the brain and the spinal cord. And our medulla oblongata is responsible for controlling and coordinating all the involuntary activities. Involuntary activities means breathing, respiration, digestion, coughing, heartbeat, etc. So I hope the structure of brain is clear to you all. So we are completed with the unit A, and now we shall proceed with unit B. That is, the chapter topic is photosynthesis. Now what is photosynthesis? We should first understand the concept of photosynthesis. That what is photosynthesis? Yes, it is the preparation of food by green plants. This you all must have learnt in your previous class also. So what's the process of photosynthesis? It is the preparation of food by the green plants. Now what is the site of photosynthesis? Which part of the plant prepares food? That is the leaf. The leaf of the plant, it prepares food. Now what are the ingredients for food preparation? Yes, the ingredients, the first major ingredient is sunlight, carbon dioxide, water and chlorophyll. So these are the essential ingredients for the process of photosynthesis to complete. So what are they? Sunlight, carbon dioxide, water and chlorophyll. Now what happens in the process of photosynthesis? Now the leaves, they are called the food factories. Now the leaves, they convert solar energy. From where do they get solar energy? From the sun. So the leaves, they convert solar energy to chemical energy by using carbon dioxide from atmosphere and water from the soil. So this is the general process, how it is explained, that what is the process of photosynthesis. So it is the preparation of food by the green plants. And what is the site of photosynthesis? The leaves are the food factories. The leaves of the plants, they prepare the food. And what are the ingredients which are required for food preparation? Sunlight, carbon dioxide, water and chlorophyll. And we see here what happens now in the process of photosynthesis. Energy plus water plus CO2 will give out sugar and O2. Now this is the pictorial representation of process of photosynthesis. Now energy we get from sunlight, this is water and this is CO2. One atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen, this is CO2. Now these three things, they combine together in the process of photosynthesis: energy, water and CO2, carbon dioxide, to give out sugar and oxygen. Now this is the word equation of the process of photosynthesis: carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll from the green plants. They produce glucose plus oxygen plus water. So this is the pictorial representation of process of photosynthesis, and this is the word equation of the process of photosynthesis. So we can see here energy plus water plus CO2 will give out sugar and oxygen. And here we see a word equation, carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll will give out glucose, oxygen and water. So I hope you understand this equation and the process of photosynthesis.